to driving a chariot. The goal eventually would have been to combine all these skills in the new, high-risk art of chariot warfare.
It doesn't get fancier.
This is gorgeous.
This, from people who were using wooden bows,
Yeah.
throwing sticks and slings.
Yeah.
150 years before Tut, they've got this. They're into a new league. It's a terror weapon. What you get is you get somebody driving the chariot, and the high-status person, the pharaoh,
Oh, thank you. Firing.
shooting.
Can I give it a shot?
Yeah, keep your knees bent and absorb the bounce.
Okay. It's always
You're
a new thing.
pick your moment
Yeah.
when to lose, because it's quite.
Okay. So we'll just go for. I see you've got a target set up down there. That's what I'm going to be shooting.
Do it.
Okay. All right.
I've ridden as an archer on a chariot before. There are 1,000 ways to hurt yourself. Horses can get spooked. You can hit a rock, or you can just slip. But with a little practice, you can get off a good shot too. But according to Mike Loads, for King Tut, an even riskier trick was required.
You think that was difficult? What the pharaoh did, which nobody else did. So he had a regiment of chariot warriors, all with a driver, working and shooting. But to put him above that, to give him this godlike status, the pharaoh would gallop solo, on his own, and shoot the bow. Great level of difficulty and a great level of danger.
You know, because I've seen these drawings of Tutankhamun, but I always thought that was more of like political grandstanding, where that was a picture in artwork, but not necessarily real life.
You're quite right. And we can't really know how much is spin and how much is truth. And it's certainly been thought that this feat of tying the reins around your waist is probably not doable. But that's our little challenge, isn't it?
Could a person control a chariot without using his hands? Let's find out. King Tut's horses would have been expertly trained.
Come on! Run, horses! Come on! Run, horses! Run, horses! Come on!
Mine are not. But eventually, they get the hang of it. The chariot does seem possible to control, with the reins in my hand or around my waist.
Josh, how was that?
That was good.
I think you did really well. That was amazing.
But it was risky for me, and it would have been risky for Tut.
If he were dragged and then run over.
You only need one of those little jolts. And the horse is suddenly shy at something. Especially as you're coming up to draw. Or, look how thin this axle is. It's chariots being as light as they can, but there's an inherent danger there. If that goes, then it drops very suddenly on one side. He's pitched over there, still tied on the reins, being dragged around. It's a bad place to be.
Sure. So the idea of this not being just a weapon of war, but being the actual implement that hurt him, there's some validity. There's some truth to that.
Highly likely.
Huh.
Tutankhamun, child, king, and warrior. From the relics of his life and the wonders of modern science, a new theory has arisen. Death by tragic accident. With one last visit, I'm going to run it by Dr. Zahi Hawass.
Learning a lot about Tut.
Solving the mystery of
The
Tut.
world of Tut. You think chariot racing is, I mean, it's painful, I can tell you that. We know he's a warrior, we know he's the commander of the army, we know that he is
A hunter.
a hunter. He's 18, right, so he's 19. So he's probably got a lot of testosterone. You know, he's maybe doing things that I wouldn't do right now. But this could have propelled him to his death.
He could be hunting while riding his chariot, or could be in fighting, could be thrown out of it. But that fracture, it was sharp, and I think an infection or a shock maybe could be the cause of death.
At just 19 years old, Egypt's boy king Tutankhamun died suddenly, apparently from complications related to a devastating injury. A shattered femur just above the left knee. All the evidence points to an accident, and to the chariot as probable cause. From the depths of King Tut's tomb to the fields of his military training, I've seen rumors of murder fall silent. And a mystery is finally put to rest.